guilty until proven innocent. It's your boy BDJ. I'm not gonna say no more. Let's get right into the video.
With respect to interrogation analysis, it's no secret
It's
the
a long
benefit
video,
of
so I'm not gonna
hindsight
be
gives you a
pausing like
considerable
that, but
advantage
yeah,
when
let's get right into
evaluating information. When you know a subject is guilty, it allows you to exclusively look for guilty behavior. The knowledge of outcome highlights the imperatives while stripping away non-essentials, and this allows you to calculate certain things that would otherwise be overlooked by cause of your own doubt. Hindsight is 20/20. Everyone is well aware of this aphorism, and what's fascinating is that it not only applies, but is far more compatible to the innocent than it is to the guilty. The reason for this is because the information you have to scrutinize is reduced
I might be a
when
little
dealing
quiet
with
because
innocent
this nigga's
subjects.
this
When you
nigga's
remove the
talking like
versatile factors of
I have
misdirection
to
and
use my
trickery,
brain to
you're
understand
left
what
with
this nigga is
relatively
saying.
straightforward behavior in comparison. Of course, the argument that everyone is different and can react in a different manner has merit. Human beings are unique, and there will always be exceptions to every rule, especially when you take into
That's
consideration
much better.
that trauma can cause atypical behavior. Yet, atypical behavior and guilty behavior are generally distinguished from each other with relative ease. Decades of research have given law enforcement a criterion for not only the common subject, but also the uncommon subject. A popular societal belief is how interrogative pressure can influence an innocent person to appear guilty. That if a person is nervous by nature or has
Facts. Like a nervous nigga and you interrogate the fuck out that nigga, bro. Like that nigga going pure guilty as fuck, bro.
social anxiety,
Same thing with a calm motherfucker. If you interrogate a calm motherfucker and he's guilty as fuck, he's gonna appear innocent. Like
they would exhibit
That's
guilty
facts.
behavior regardless of their innocence. For the most part, this is untrue. Say you're someone who gets nervous when it comes to social situations, that you seem awkward, stutter, and have a hard time communicating when experiencing the fear of a social interaction. While that may be how you react to that specific environment, you will be unlikely to react in the same manner to an interrogative setting, especially if you're being accused of a serious crime. The reason for this is because the magnitude of the situation will eradicate the fear of shame and embarrassment. The elevated threat will allow for your survival instincts to set in, and you will essentially rise to the occasion. While you would still be scared, your fear would be harnessed. Most people with a nervous...
Alright, so yeah, he just proved me wrong. He just fact checking me. He's basically saying that even if you're a timid person by nature, if you're accused of of doing something like murdering somebody, where you could be locked up for the rest of your life, even though you're timid, you're gonna overcome that timidness. Okay, I get you. I feel you.
disposition would be
That's
far
facts,
more
that's facts. That
composed
makes
during
sense.
an interrogation than they might realize. But the crucial component, of course, is they must have nothing to hide. And that brings us to example number 1. 37-year-old Michael Dixon, described by his peers as popular, friendly, but also unassuming and reserved. A self-professed introvert who turned down a job as a trade show presenter due to his fear of public speaking, and kept his position as a trade show assembler instead. On August 15th, 2003, in Hamilton, Ontario, police were called to report a man breaking into a jewelry store. 2 officers responded and chased the perpetrator
Nigga
from
was
the
trying to get
store
that
down
full
an
PF
alley
chain,
before
nigga, you feel me?
momentarily losing sight of
I
him.
feel him.
At the same time, Michael Dixon was getting off a bus nearby coming home from work. He was the first person the police saw when coming out of the alley and was then arrested at gunpoint. Dixon voiced his innocence
That nigga got
but
a
didn't
shiny
resist
ass head,
arrest
bro.
and
God
stated
damn.
he would help in any way he could. He was taken to the Hamilton police station and questioned 2 hours after his arrest.
Nigga look ashy as shit. Not gonna lie. Boy, you need your ass some motherfucking what's some lotion.
One
nigga.
could
There you go.
advocate this as a common policing misstep if it weren't for the suspect being described as a small white man in the 911 call. As well as not being white, Dixon is 6'3". This detective has either forgotten standard procedure to review the call to dispatch or
Okay, so he just wanted to arrest a black man. Okay, just say that.
for
Just say
some
that.
reason
then.
decided to
Just say
reject
that
it
then.
as evidence altogether. Michael is informed the room is being recorded and then read his rights. He asserts he is willing to speak with a detective and help with the investigation.
Okay. Why we're here is because earlier tonight you were arrested for breaking into a jewelry store on John Street. South.
No, he wasn't. He was arrested for suspicion.
Now, your innocence.
Niggas be trying to set you up, bro.
Quite frankly, isn't an issue. The evidence I have is, frankly, conclusive and overwhelming. Okay?
Why is he doing this? He doesn't match the description at all. See, this the shit that be pissing me off. You know he doesn't match the description at all. You're just doing this to put fear in another black man's motherfucking life, my nigga. For what? This nigga's already stressing. Look at the top of his fucking head, bro. Nigga, why you gotta stress this nigga out more? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
So I'm not even going to ask you if you did it. What I have to ascertain here is what kind of guy you are. What I have to ascertain.
The subject maintains a forward-leaning posture and keeps his eyes both in contact and on the same level as the detective's. He displays self-confidence and poise, while it's
Because
the
you know
detective,
he
in
ain't
fact,
do
who
shit.
gives off a nervous disposition.
Exactly. He's gonna point out the fact that this nigga, the detective motherfucker, stuttered and shit. I peeped that shit, bro. Watch.
What Michael just did is known as a nonverbal challenge in forensic psychology. So let's break it down into components.
What
These niggas are breaking it. I fuck with this type of video, nigga.
I
In the next moment, the detective will shift in his seat to adjust his position, and at the same time break eye contact to look somewhere in this direction.
Because he's
Michael's
nervous.
exaggerated head movement that follows isn't for the purpose of maintaining eye contact. He could maintain it while keeping his head perfectly still. It is in fact to let the detective know he is maintaining eye contact. It's a way of asserting dominance in the
shit.
exchange. He is telling the detective,
Nigga talking about some. Man, what the hell what the hell you talking about, cuz? Ugly ass nigga.
that he is the more
Boy.
confident person in the room at that moment.
what I have
See that
to
stutter.
ascertain here is what kind of guy you are. Whether this is you're like a serial burglar and this is what you're doing all the time, or whether this is a one-off thing because of the power cut and everything that's going on tonight. That's all we're here for.
Okay, I understand your position. I could say here, I didn't do it, and you've heard that a million times, I'm sure, in your career. But it's just, ask me questions. That's all I can do is answer them, I guess.
I've got no questions to ask you. I mean, why did you do
Okay.
it? That's basically that's my only question.
But coming from that position, and since I'm saying I didn't do it, I really don't have an answer for you except to say I didn't do it.
I guess we haven't really got a
Really,
great amount of talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, it's like I said, whether you did it or not isn't up for the discussion.
okay, well,
It's really not.
Here's how you stump a stupid motherfucker like this. Just ask the detective, what evidence do you have against me? That's all you gotta ask him.
You've no doubt come to notice how incredibly tolerant Michael is over the unjustness of the situation. It's the most unusual thing about his behavior, and perhaps what makes him an anomaly with respect to innocent subjects. So before moving on to the second phase of this interrogation, we'll show you a more common response from an innocent subject facing similar charges.
Okay.
This is 26-year-old Justin, falsely accused of breaking and entering, first-degree theft, and assault. He was arrested at his home and only read his rights to silence on the way to the police station. The footage will begin before the subject knows what exactly he is being charged with. In his mind, he knows he has done nothing wrong, and at this point is unaware he is about to be wrongfully imprisoned for just over 2 years.
Damn. And this is justice system y'all trust. Okay. Say that then.
Alright, Justin, get that form. You know what I read you earlier? The 19th of February. 2 days ago, so it'll be Tuesday. Alright, about 5, 6 in the morning. Where were you at then?
I was at my mother's house. You call her and ask her.
Look how he's tapping his foot. Okay. Say that then.
I was downstairs asleep.
Did she know you were asleep at that time?
Yeah.
He doesn't see the interrogators as a threat, but more of an inconvenience. His responses are short and concise. He does not seek approval. He only responds to a question or states a point.
I mean, did she see you sleeping at that time?
Yeah, I don't never leave. If I ain't doing nothing, I stay at my mother's house. So I'm not working, I'm at home.
Mm-hmm. You didn't go to labor ready that day or nothing looking for
Tuesday?
looking for a job, yeah. Okay. That morning, house got broken into.
Okay.
The detective's strategy is to reveal the charges in a periodic manner. Getting a confession to one charge at a time is far easier than gaining admission to all of them at once.
Makes
The plan
sense.
is to reveal the break-in and robbery charge first, then reveal the assault at a later stage. The detective goes on to explain that the accuser named Candy said she saw him loitering around her house in the evening hours of the night, and a short time later witnessed him break in and steal a multitude of valuable items. The detective then explains that she picked him out of a 12-picture lineup of suspects.
She says you broke in this apartment. Okay, well tell me why.
Justin is now aware of the burglary charge, which holds a possible 20-year prison sentence due to previous convictions. He will now begin to forcefully assert his innocence, and each time he does so, will bring forward his posture and strengthen his vocal emphasis while making the assertion.
All right, so I mean, she's saying that I was there before. Is that what she's saying? She's saying she's seen my face before the break-in happened.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't break in her house. I don't know who she is. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know no girl named Candy. None of this shit, man.
Why is she saying that you're?
I don't know why she's saying she's. I don't know why. I don't know.
What were you doing there?
I was not there. I was not. I don't know this girl
Think
Candy.
about it, bro. They pressing this nigga.
Don't
He's
Candy
innocent,
that-
and then he's gonna have to serve 2 years because the officers didn't do their fucking job properly.
I even.
Bruh, you can't play with a motherfucker's time like that, bruh. That's 2 years of his life he's never getting back.
Heard of is this guy I know named Tim Stahl dates her.
The person he just mentioned was the accuser's ex-boyfriend.
I am a travel photographer and a videographer. I edit on Adobe Premiere Pro. I've been using the tool.
Okay.
That's it.
How do you know Tim Stoll?
I grew up with the dude, man.
The accuser's testimony was later picked apart in court. She was caught lying on the stand multiple times, and Justin was exonerated. He was proven innocent not just beyond all reasonable doubt, but essentially beyond all doubt.
The last thing I heard about them two, she had him arrested for domestic violence. That's all I know about this girl Candy.
Say that.
I ain't never went in that girl's house, none of that shit. I didn't do that shit.
Okay.
I did, as God is my fucking witness, I did not do it.
This level of certitude is rarely seen in people who are hiding something of a sinister nature. Even with the knowledge of how the common subject reacts and time to study and rehearse this specific behavior, it would be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to replicate it in a convincing manner under these conditions. If you found the most talented actor in the world and asked him to mimic this behavior on a movie set, he would be able to do so in a near identical manner. Yet if you place that same actor in the real-life situation of an interrogation room, with the prospect of facing decades in prison for a crime he knows he has committed, his acting capabilities won't be anywhere near as effective. The survival instincts mentioned at the start of this video will be nullified by the burden of guilt, and the ability to perform under pressure will be significantly diminished. But to set
performance
aside
anxiety,
behavior
boy.
analysis for just a moment, focus solely on this image. Most of you watching at this point will get a sense of integrity from this picture alone. That the subject is both honest and confident in what he is saying, but still uncertain as to what the detectives are thinking or going to do. A mixture of sincerity and fear. The knowledge of outcome will have no doubt influenced this perception, yet what's intriguing is that most of you will have gotten this exact same perception completely void of hindsight. It's a hard thing to accurately explain, but it's something you can just feel. And this instinctive feeling is what the guilty have an almost impossible task at emanating.
And, you know, when you say he didn't have a weapon, he's on the ground, and you put something up on
He
the
did
thing
that
and
shit.
then get
This
shot.
nigga did that
I
shit,
thought it
boy.
was a shot.
Whatever he's being accused of, he did it. It's because his hands are on his knees.
What are they saying? So I fought with her. So now I mean they're saying okay I fought with
She
her,
just
so I
ugly,
must have killed
so
her.
she had to do some
I mean
sinister
come
shit.
on. I mean that's
You're being arrested for soliciting to commit murder. You attempted to hire someone to kill somebody else. And that's why you're here, and that's what you're getting charged with.
Okay, no.
You don't understand, or?
No, I never did that.
Why should I believe you? Because I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. So I'm not about confrontation. I'm not about anything that elevates to that level. I mean, like if someone like yells at me, screams at me, I I just take it. And
Okay, so you're
I
a
just
pussy.
try to
Say
get
that.
it by the wayside
Just say that
and
then.
get it back to where it's cool.
Just say
a
you're a
cool
pussy.
conversation to where like
That's all it takes.
none of that gets to that height.
You over-explain
I am
yourself.
not
Just
that
say you're a
person.
pussy.
I ain't never went in that girl's house. None of that shit.
It's a
I
real
didn't do
nigga,
that
boy.
shit.
Talk that shit, boy.
As God is my fucking witness, I did not
Talk
do
that
it.
shit, nigga.
I did not do it, man.
Talk that shit, nigga.
I did not do it.
So now we got it clear that you do know a Candy.
No, I don't know the girl. I ain't going in that girl's house, man. God is my witness. I did not go in that girl's house, man. I
Talk
used to be a
that
piece
shit,
of
nigga.
shit when I got out of fucking penitentiary. I told myself I wasn't going back. I ain't done nothing but work my fucking ass off the entire time I've been out.
Can you prove, other than you saying you did not, is it that morning? What can you tell? How can you prove to me that?
How can you prove to him that he was in that motherfucking house, nigga? Fuck you talking about, bro?
You were at home.
All you gotta do is call and ask my mother.
So you're telling me you didn't step foot out of the house
Not one foot.
Tuesday?
Not one.
The detective then goes on to reveal Justin is accused of assaulting the supposed victim during the robbery.
You take a vanity mirror and you hit her over the head with it and you guys fight. And she got injuries.
No, man. Hell no, man. Get her goddamn boyfriend, Tim Stone, and her question him about her goddamn injuries. Look at that straight right there. This sounds like it's a goddamn thing that fucking her
Fuck
boyfriend,
with this
Tim
nigga,
Stone,
boy.
done fucking
Talk
done
that
something
shit,
to her.
boy.
And now they're trying to put it on me.
Talk that shit. I fuck with this nigga, boy. He ain't going down like
I
no
know
pussy.
that's what the fuck this is.
And look, that's why we're talking to you, okay?
No, this is bullshit, man, because I've tried everything in my fucking power to stay the fuck out of this goddamn fucking penitentiary shit. I did not do that shit, man.
Okay. That's what we're talking to. We're here.
Think about what he just said. He's been trying everything in his power to stay out motherfucking PM, boy. Then these pussy ass officers gonna falsely accuse him of doing some shit. And then he gonna go into jail for 2 years, bro. Even though he's done absolutely nothing wrong, bro. What type of shit is that? Bro, come on now.
We're here to investigate this, okay?
This is what I always say. Instead of him having to prove how he was, how he wasn't into the house, prove to him how he was into the house, my nigga. Fuck.
That's why we're asking all these questions.
Don't go off a word off a bitch, cause a bitch gonna fucking lie, nigga.
I'm sorry to freak out,
Especially
man, but I
if
didn't
she gonna lie
fucking
for
do
her
this shit,
nigga.
man.
Especially if that nigga got her on lock like that. A bitch gonna lie for her nigga, bro. Come on.
I'm fucking shaking. I did not fucking do this, man.
Justin had already served 3 years in prison for a robbery in his early 20s. He more than likely knew the reassuring tone of the investigator wasn't a good sign. Although slightly more animated than the average person, this form of aggression is a commonplace response from the innocent being directly accused. He comes off aggressive, but in a defensive manner. He is not being hostile, but highly combative when professing his innocence. His conduct is totally justified considering the circumstance. When facing a considerable amount of time in prison for something you didn't do, this level of anger is warranted. So when compared to the forgiving composure of Michael
Yeah,
Dixon...
now look at this nigga. There's something about this nigga we don't know about. This nigga's a psycho. Maybe he's just a powerful black man.
The extraordinary nature of his behavior becomes even more pronounced.
I really don't have an answer for you except to say I didn't do it.
I guess we haven't really got a great amount of talking about. Yeah, it's like I said, whether you did it or not is another.
I think it's the ball head, boy.
Okay, well,
give that nigga superpower.
It's
boy.
really not. There's a number of witnesses.
Great.
Name them.
One of whom had a video camera.
Name them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
then.
take
Well, that's
that.
relieving. That's
So-
relieving, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So view the video camera.
I have.
Okay.
That's why your guilt isn't in issue here.
That doesn't even make sense to me. Because if I'm on the video camera, that doesn't make sense. You have a video camera that shows me?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense to me.
We'll have to, I guess, I have no choice but to get a lawyer then, if this is the kind
Ask that nigga to show you the video, boy. Nigga, I'm tired of niggas trying to fuck with us black people. Boy, ask that nigga to show you the video.
This isn't going to go away. You're charged with breaking it. You will be
I
charged
understand
tonight. You will be going to court in the morning.
Perhaps the most upsetting moment, considering the fact that we know this man is innocent, you can see the fear emerge in his eyes as he realizes he won't be going home after this interview.
Charged with breaking in with intent. Okay, that's that's what's going to happen right now.
We're now given an insight into Michael's introverted personality. He is noticeably afraid of what lies ahead, yet reacts to the situation with reasoning and intuitiveness. Rather than explode into emotion like the more extroverted personality, he instead processes the moment and then responds to it from an analytical position.
Can I ask you something? Okay, are you just making this up that you have a video camera so you see how I react? Because it goes that if you're saying, okay...
This nigga's on tip, bro. He just said exactly what this pussy-ass officer's doing, bro.
If I am guilty, as you believe, because you had me on video camera, then okay, we'll go through the procedure. But I'm saying, I'm trying to call your bluff here because since I know I didn't do it, there's no way I can be on the video camera.
Well, like I say, it's not game of poker.
Okay. Well,
I've got nothing to gain.
I'm not trying to give you a hard
that.
time, all right?
You know what? I've got nothing to gain from that either way. Which is why I'm not asking you, did you do it? I'm not trying to catch you out. I've got nothing to gain from that.
Getting a confession void of evidence is in fact excellent for an investigator's career. It's a mark of merit and can accelerate promotion.
But that's... What? That's so fucked up. So you're trying to make somebody confess to doing something that they probably didn't do, and you have actual no evidence of them even doing it. And that's something that you guys praise, and then we wonder why motherfuckers getting shot up, bro. The criminal justice system is completely fucked up. How you have no evidence that this nigga did that shit, but you're trying to make him confess to doing it? What type of sense is that? What the bro? Niggas.
Michael continues to profess his innocence in a calm and composed manner for a further 7 minutes. The detective then asks that he draw out a map and specify his movements before the arrest. Every detail of his alibi was later proven to be 100% accurate.
Like I said, on the information that I've got, you're going to be charged tonight with breaking and entering. However, I do have a duty to make sure that the truth is...
You're lying through your teeth because you're lying. This is not the truth.
And the true version of events is paramount. And I have a duty to investigate all of this, and I will investigate. I assure you I'll investigate this story thoroughly. And hopefully I'll be able to find something here which will either prove or disprove what we've discussed tonight.
Yeah.
Okay?
Problem is the speed at which this is going.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was on the ground, I was saying, go quickly to the terminal. I have like 6 or so guys around me, like talk to the bus driver,
Right.
I
can't comment on things that happen in the scene, unfortunately. But now I'm
left hanging, right?
Now I'm looking at this. I mean, this is basically on the evidence I've got, this is the only course of events that can take place right now. But I will certainly make sure that this is looked into thoroughly. I can give you my word on that. That's my duty. That's what I have to do.
Okay, I trust you will. I was just wondering, can I make a phone call? Because I'm supposed to be at work at 8 a.m.
You're not going to be able to be at work, okay? Yeah,
I know I'm not going to be able to, but I like to phone ahead.
I can arrange that you get the phone call to let someone know that you're not going to be at a place, yeah.
So I'm hanging out in that room till 10?
No, we'll be taking you downstairs to a larger custody facility which you have downstairs.
Bro, I'm still thinking about this. This officer knows for a fact that this nigga is innocent, but he's trying to make this nigga confess to doing it, bro. The officer knows he's innocent, bro. He knows he's innocent, but he's trying to make him confess. What type of fucked up shit is that, bro?
Well, it's not the most pleasant place in the world, but it's only 50 hours.
That's sick.
Okay. From court tomorrow, what happens there? I don't know.
Okay, well.
The officer knows he's
innocent.
I trust you will, yeah. I trust you will.
But he's trying to make him confess.
The whole picture.
That says a lot about our justice system. And think about what they said. Officers get praised for doing shit like this. They get praised for doing shit like this.
I understand the process. I'm not satisfied with it. That's what I'm saying,
I don't expect that you're going to be happy with it.
And I'm thinking, no disrespect to you, but I know someone sitting in this chair has probably lied to you a million times, right? So I'm thinking, what can I do to convince you? I try to give you the information.
You've been very good with me, and I try and treat everybody as an individual.
Okay.
And my main aim is two things: is you get your rights that you're entitled to under the Constitution of Canada, and that you're treated decently, and that the truth comes out.
That's a lie. Me and whoever created this video are on tip because he paused it at the same time as I did, bro. That's how we know we're on tip, bro. That's a blatant fucking lie. Because you know you're lying to this nigga face.
The truth eventually did come out, but the suspect wasn't treated decently. He was kept in jail for 3.5 days before a separate investigator looked into his alibi witnesses and checked surveillance of the area in question. He was then exonerated immediately. A civil trial ensued, and Michael was awarded $46,000 in punitive damages. The
$46,000, bro, for wasting this nigga time. That's all y'all can give this nigga, bro. $46,000, bro. See, this is why America, they just think they could just pay you off, bro. That whatever, bro.
Interrogating officer and 3 other investigators were all demoted and suspended without pay.
Suspended. Fire them niggas. Fire them niggas, bro. He should not be in fucking law enforcement. If he know, because once again, he knew that nigga was innocent, but he tried to make that nigga confess. Not for anything, but just so he could get promoted, bro. That shit is sick. But that's the end of this video, bro. This video is about to stress me out, bro. Jesus Christ. Fuck this stupid ass officer. Fuck, we're out this bitch, bro. Fuck y'all niggas, bro. Not y'all. I'm talking about these stupid ass officers.